Very good morning. Today we will discuss the image formation in convex lens. In previous class we know that the convex lens is a converging lens as usual process, as outer medium is a rarer and material of the refractive index of the material medium is denser. This is your principal axis x dash optic center. F1 and F2 are first principal focus and second principal focus. Correspondingly, this one is 2F1 and 2F2. Before going to tracing the diagram, first we have to keep in memory the table of object position, image position, nature of the image, and the uses of the various positions of the object. First you think, where there are 6 positions in convex lens to draw the image. Now here you see, F1 means it meant for object, F2 means it meant for image. So this is not the place of object. This side is only the place of the object. How many possibles are there? Now first one is infinite. Second one is infinite and 2F1. Third one is 2F1. Fourth one is 2F1 and F1. Fifth one is F1. And the last one is in between optic center and first focus. So while we using the table, first we fill up the object position column. Here I have written object position is AB. That means when we draw the object and image, we named as object our as AB. And the image name is named as A dash B dash. This is the position of object, this is the position of image, and this is the nature of the image, and this column is meant for uses of the various position of the object. First to write down the object position that we have discussed here, starting from infinity and 2F1, 2F1, 2F1 and F1, F1, and the last one is F1 and optic center. Now how will fill the position of the image? Only one thing you remember, when object is infinite, we know that image is at focus. That means infinity stands for F2, F1 stands for infinity, 2F1 stands for 2F2, 2F2 stands for 2F1. Except this position, we can fill up all these positions of the image in this column. You note down, infinity is object, image must be at F2. Here object is at infinity and 2F1, so image should be in between F2 and 2F2. Object is at 2F1, image is at 2F2. Object is at 2F1 and F1, so instead of 2F1 I have written 2F2 and F1 I have written infinity. When object is at F1, image is at infinity. This one you should keep in memory. When object is in between optic center and F1, here the image will be formed at the same side of the object. In all the other cases, image is formed at the opposite sides of the object. Only in this case, object is formed at the same side of the object. That means here all the images are real and here the images are the virtual. Now we will remember what is real and virtual image. All the 5 cases the image nature is real. Last one the image nature is virtual. We already discussed the difference between real image and virtual image. When this image is real, obviously image will be inverted. So where we have written real image, we should add the next term inverted, 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 and inverted. But the last one, as the nature of the image is virtual, so our image should be erect. Now we will discuss the size of the image. When object is infinity, the image is highly diminished. That means very, very small. When object is in between infinity and 2F1, image is diminished. That means small. In previous case it was highly diminished, now it is diminished. That means size of the image increases. When object is at 2F1 and image is at 2F2, image size is same. Same size means object size is same as image size. Here the nature of the image is magnified and here is highly magnified. So continuously from position 1 to position 5, the nature of the images all are real, all are inverted, but the size of the image continuously increases. And the last one, image is virtual, erect and magnified. Here you remember there are two types of magnified image are there. One is a real image and another one is your virtual image. When a real magnified image, now when object is 2f1 and f1. When a virtual magnified image is at optic center and fast focus. Then we will discuss the uses of the image. We have written in the column where we can use. When object is at infinity, image is formed at f2, it will be used in burning glasses. Respective uses are there. When we will draw the diagram, we will discuss the uses of the lens in that positions. Then we come to our diagram. While drawing the diagram, you should keep your scale and pencil. Before drawing the ray diagram, you should keep in your mind a line should be straight. Line must have possesses arrow mark. Without arrow mark, optics diagram, ray diagram, geometrical optics diagram is meaningless. That means your credit will be zero in your evaluation. So very important, it is very vital. While drawing the tracing the optical ray diagram, ray arrow mark must be there. Another important point we have to remember, while tracing the image, we have to require minimum 2 refracted ray. That means we have to require minimum 2 incident ray. For to distinguish 2 incident ray, so many books used different colors of diagram. But here what we will do, for one diagram we will give single arrow mark, for another incident ray we will give double arrow mark. That does not mean that single arrow mark has a less intensity of light and a double arrow mark has high intensity of light. Clear? Now, when the image is formed, image nature may be real, may be virtual. If it is virtual, you should use dot mark. If it is real, you should use solid mark. Similarly, the refracted ray. If it is virtual, you should use dotted mark. If it is real, you should use solid mark. Then we will start from our first diagram. Number 1, in previous table we have remembered that before drawing the diagram, first you keep all the table formalities and object position, image position, nature of the image in your memory. If it is good in your memory, then your diagram will be very perfect without any calculation. And some tricky point is also there. You just follow how we will draw the ray diagram. First position, object is at infinite. You see, we have drawn two types of diagram. Both are converging lens, convex lens. First to plot the principal axis x dash in this diagram. Lens, optic center. First to fill up this side, f1 and 2f1, f1 and 2f1. Not necessary to fill f2 and 2f2. In all the diagram, in later cases, you will put the symbol f2 and 2f2 according to your suitability. First to draw the lens, then you draw the principal axis, put the name x and x dash, and it is named as optic center, first focus f1 and 2f1. First to keep in mind your object is at infinity. That means you cannot show the object in your ray diagram. Object is infinity means object is very far away from us. So we have to use two parallel rays. That means the object is at infinity. Here you see, this is the case of two incident rays are parallel to each other. This is the also case the incident rays are parallel to each other. Why two diagrams are there? Now in this diagram your image is point image. But in this diagram your image is not point image. This has some size. So you can use what type of diagram asked in your questions. Now this diagram is very simple. This is the usual diagram of second focus of convex lens. First to draw the two incident rays coming from infinite. According to the principle of tracing the refracted ray, we already know that when the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the refracted ray must pass to the second focus. So you draw the diagram and draw the refracted diagram and then put the symbol F2 here. So then you can explain that if your object is at infinity, then image is at second focus, and image nature is real. Image nature is inverted, but you cannot show that how inverted image is formed, and it is highly diminished. Then we will come to second case diagram. This is very tricky diagram. What will you follow? Now draw the converging lens, draw the principal axis, optic center, first focus, and 2f1. First what will happen? Now first you will use this scale in oblique manner, passing through the first focus to come to this point. Then you recall the principle. If the incident ray passes through the first focus, then the refracted ray must be parallel to the principal axis. Okay. Now we should use the second incident ray. Now you get your scale. You keep parallel this line and this line. Why two lines should be parallel? Now because our question is object should be at infinite. So put your scale, draw the parallel line to this lines up to this point. Then you remember what will be refracted ray. As this ray passes through the optic center, so it remains undeviated. Now you see these two refracted rays meet at a point, so image is formed. As you already remember in your table that this image should be at second focus, so you put F2 here. Similarly, you can put 2F2 here. Now you can show the image A dash B dash. This is the formation of an image in first case. Object is at infinite, image is formed at focus. Now we have to discuss what is the use of it. As all the incident rays are converged to a point, that means all the intensity of light is superposed. That means intensified. Intensity of light is much more than individual intensity of light. That means as intensity of light increases, all the incident rays are focused at a particular point. It can be used as the burning glass. That means if you will keep lens in front of a paper in this position, then you will see that the paper will be burned out. This is the use of burning glass. Okay. Now you to come to our second position. Second position, remember table. Object is at infinity. Object is at infinity and 2f1. Now I will draw the ray diagram. Now first use the convex lens. Draw the principal axis, optic center, name it, first focus f1 and 2f1. Not necessary put the mark f2 and 2f2. These two marks will be put in later cases. First, we should remember where should be our object should be kept. Now infinity and 2f1. Before drawing the ray diagram, first keep in your mind what is the answer of this diagram. Now this answer says that image should be formed at f2 and 2f2 and image size is diminished. That means we have to take large size object because our image will be diminished. If we will take a small size object, image will be highly diminished, so we cannot show in our paper. So object should be taken large, but it should not be so large that it will cross your lens aperture. Here is the object AB. First use this ray. From the point B, draw the incident ray passing through the optic center. Then it will remains undeviated according to principle. If the ray passes through the optic center, it remains undeviated. Now second ray is passing through the parallel. According to the rule, it passes through the second focus. It will come to. Now the two refracted ray intersect at this point. This is the image named as A dash B dash. Now you can use this point as F2. Now remember, object is infinite and 2f1. Image should be 2f2 and f2. So as we get one point F2, now we can put the another point 2F2. Keep in mind, this point should be put in later. If initially you will put, it will create a problem for you to draw the ray diagram. First focus we should put initially, but F2 and 2F2 always put in later on process. Now we'll discuss where it will be used. Now it is used in a camera lens. Camera lens means object is very away from our lens, so we can get a real and inverted image. Now third case, object is a 2F1. First you remember, if object is 2F1, image is at 2F2 and size of the image is the same as object. This is very crucial. How can it will be perfectly maintained in our ray diagram? First to draw the convex lens, and it is x dash principal axis, and this is your optic center. Put the mark F1 and 2F1. First draw the object AB. First you draw the object AB and put this symbol AB. Now from the point B you draw the optic center and a line is drawn through the optic center. Then you mark AB and this is marked as A dash B dash. Our data says that object size is the same as image size. So just to eye catching, you keep this size and this size should be same. Put the mark first here A dash B dash. That things all will see that your image is the same as object size, because we are not using this scale measurement. A dash and B dash. Now that means initially we get our image without drawing the ray diagram. This is known as a manipulation in a ray diagram, so tactics must be there. First we draw the image A dash B dash. Now the second ray from the point B, incident ray is parallel to the principal axis. According to its principle, the refracted ray must pass through the second focus. So you joint here, you are getting the, already you have gotten the image A dash B dash. Here it is object AB. Now you put the mark F2 here. As answer says that image is formed at 2F2, then you have to mark 2F2 here. Now can you realize that why we are not using F2 and 2F2 earlier? So in every diagram you have to cautious and you have to do practice all these diagrams 2 or 3 times in your rough paper. Now image, you see object is at F1 and 2F1. Object is at 2F1 and image is at form 2F2. Image size is the same as object size, and nature of the image is real, inverted and same size. Now where using this object position? Now these are used in a terrestrial telescope. Which a telescope, in first step we need the inverted image. Now fourth position, object is a 2F1 and F1. Similar manner, first to remember here image is formed at infinity and 2F2, and image size is real, inverted and magnified. That means we should take very small object. So first to draw the converging lens, draw the principal axis x and x dash, optic center. First put the mark F1 and 2F1. Our object should be in between F1 and 2F1, that means AB. Now first put the incident ray from the point B through the optic center. It remains undeviated according to its principle. Now draw the another incident ray as a double arrow mark. This is single arrow mark just to distinguish two incident ray. Now this ray, incident ray, after refraction will pass through this second focus. They will meet at the point AB, A dash and B dash. This is the image, appears to be magnified, real and inverted. Now we have to put the mark. Here is F2. Now we have to mark 2F2. Where should put the 2F2? Whether here or here. Now you recall the formula. Object is F1 and 2F1. Image should be infinity and 2F2. So image should be infinite and 2F2. That means 2F2 point should be here. So according to that you can put here. Now we will use this is a slide projector. In slide projector what happened? Slide screen is, this is a slide screen. and this is your object is kept here, and lens is here. This is a slide screen, and slide screen and lens is very far away distance from it. Slide screen, again I am repeating this diagram as is not visible to you. Object is at 2f1 and f1. First to remember where should be image be formed. Now if object is in between 2f1 and f1, image should be at infinity and 2f2. So what will happen to diagram? First to draw the converging lens, then the principal axis x dash, optic center, put the mark f1 and 2f1. Now put your object AB in between f1 and 2f1. Now start your diagram. From the point P, first to draw the incident ray passing through the optic center, it remains undeviated, passes in that manner. That is way we have represented single arrow mark. Now another ray, incident ray parallel to the principal axis, we have represented double arrow mark, only to just distinguish two incident rays. Now this ray, after passing through parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, according to its principle, it passes through the second focus. Now these two refracted rays meet at the point B dash. Correspondingly, your image will be A dash and B dash. First we have to put F2. This will obviously the symbol is F2. Where should put the symbol 2F2? Now you remember the object position F1 and 2F1 means image should be 2F2 and infinity. As infinity is here, so we should put the mark 2F2. That's why I am always telling to you that you should put the F2 and 2F2 mark in letter case. Now you completely answer, you give object is AB, image is A dash B dash, image is formed 2F2 and infinity, image size is magnified, real and inverted. Now where it is should be used. Now it should be used where should be it should be used. So its use is slide projector. Slide projector means you have to screen here, your lens is here. Lens and screen should be very far away from each other, and you should keep the object here. Then you see that your image will be like in this way. But in slide projector you will get inverted image, then it will be horrible situation while you show your slide projector. So what will happen? Now here object we should kept as a inverted, then image will be obviously erect. So no problem for the audience. Okay. Now fifth person object is F1. First to remember object is at F1. First to remember where should be image be formed. Now image is at infinite. Image is at infinite means your ray diagram shows that the refracted ray must be parallel. So you keep in mind your refracted ray should be parallel. Then we will confirm that image is at infinite. How to the procedure? First you draw the convex lens, draw the principal axis, x dash, optic center, f1 and 2f1. Not necessary to put f2 and 2f2 now. What will happen? Now keep your object f1, ab. First to draw this diagram, optic center. So I have marked in single arrow mark, this is double arrow mark. That means first we draw this ray diagram, second case we have to do this ray diagram. Here object is AB. Here object is your AB situated at first focus. Now the incident ray coming from the point B passing through the optic center remains undeviated. Now another incident is parallel to the principal axis. So you should not be worried that you will instantly draw the refractor, not necessary. First keep in mind these two refractor must be parallel. So here what will happen, you put your scale and keep parallel to this line parallel. Here the incident ray, you put your scale here, this line is parallel, then you will confidently draw the refracted ray. Now these two refracted ray parallel means object is image is at infinite. Then you put the mark F2, correspondingly you can mark the 2F2. Then here we are using the object AB. By using this lens, the refracted rays are parallel. This principle is widely used in various optical instruments such as a collimator to give out the parallel light beam. Usually parallel light beam is obtained when source is at infinite, but in a laboratory by putting the object is very nearer to it, we can make the infinite ray by parallel ray. Okay, and there is last position is there. Like this is the last question, and the last question is object is at F1 and O. This one is very important because in all the cases image is your real, but here image is virtual. That means here object is image will not form this side. So very precaution should be taken in this. As it is virtual image will be formed, so in the diagram dotted line must be there. Here the same principle. What same principle? You first to draw the converging lens, then you draw the principal axis, put the mark optic center F1 and 2F1. Not necessary to put the mark F2 and 2F2. These two mark will be put in later case. Now according to the question, first you put the object in between optic center and first focus. Here object is AB. This single arrow tick mark means first this ray diagram is needed, then this ray diagram. First you use the incident ray passing through the optic center. It remains undeviated. As you know that image is formed at the same side of the object behind it, so what will happen to you? You use this scale. Using this line, you put a dotted mark backward. Then you stay here as you use. Now you draw the image. That is the back calculation. You draw the image. You follow the procedure I am telling once again. Object AB is here. First you draw the optic center, incident remains undeviated. While drawing this ray using the scale, you should backward dotted line mark put here. Put the mark B dash. Then dotted vertical line is there, so you are getting your image A dash B dash, which is behind the object, same side of the object. Now another ray incident ray is put here. This refracted ray we know that passes through the second focus, but initially you should not draw this ray because you know that these two rays are coming from a virtual point. So what to do? By using this scale, you put and put mark. Using this scale, you draw this line. Then you use the pencil, draw the diagram. Up to this is dotted line, and here is solid line. You see, up to this is dotted line. Here is solid line. How can you explain? Now, while you explain, you will use like this statement. We are taking object A, B. First we draw the incident ray passing through the optic center, remains undeviated. Secondly, we draw the incident ray parallel to the principal axis, then it will passes through the second focus. They really does not meet each other, so they appears to coming from the point B dash. This is the virtual image A dash B dash. While explaining, you tell like this, but in calculation, we have to make the manipulation work. So this is your final image. You can verify the image is virtual, erect and magnified. And its use is magnifier. As magnifier lens, you can use the see the letter. It will show the large in size. In examination, ray diagram must be there. You should practice 3 or more times. In ray diagram, question will be like this. Image position will be given. You have to draw object. That means first you have to keep memory all the diagrams in the table work. Then you can easily draw all the diagrams. If any question will ask label the diagram, that means you have to write A B is object, A dash B dash is image, X dash is principal axis, O is optic center, Y dash is your convex lens, F1 and F2 are principal focus. This was the second focus and this is first focus. Thank you all.